What does Shaft mean to you?
Man, Shaft, Tim's story, man. The director did Ride Along, did Barbershop, and he always has an entertaining movie, but he also points out some things in the community, which are great. So it's incredibly entertaining and incredibly just the cast.
If you think about it, no kidding. Regina Hall, who is like Tim's story's secret weapon. In fact, we talked about that a little bit. I caught up with them where they shot the movie, where they should have shot the movie, in Harlem. Take a look. So I can't believe I'm hanging out with Harlem with the legendary Tim Story. Good to see you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. This is the home of Shaft.
I got to ask you a question, though. You know, it was 14 years ago that you put me in your movie Fantastic Four. That was the last time that you and I worked in a film together. And I think that speaks to my acting. But it's been 14 years.
No, well, we couldn't find you.
Oh, is that it?
We've been looking. We finally found you, so now I can put you in other stuff.
I was laying too low.
Yeah, exactly, man.
All right. Well, I didn't want to bother you. You had other stuff going on.
Exactly.
Congratulations on everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, man.
Including this. You shot an amazing movie. A lot of Harlem is the backdrop of it.
Yeah.
In fact, I hate to be cliche, but we got a brownstone. Can we sit? Can I actually
Let's
do
please.
the
Let's
stoop?
do it.
Let's do it. All right. So when the original Shaft was made, they kind of run and gun. It was down and dirty. Yeah. They didn't have permits. They went on the streets.
They did not.
What would happen if you tried that with Sam Jackson today?
You know, you might actually get away with it with Sam. You just
Because people are scared of him?
Oh, of course. Well, not scared, but it's just Sam is like he's royalty. You kind of like he walks there, you let him walk. You know. So
right.
We might be able to get away with it with Sam today.
You know, you do have a point, because if it were Kevin Hart, like the average public would run, Kevin Hart, I love it. There'd be hugs.
Sam to kind of divide. Yeah.
Exactly. I want to talk about your secret weapon. There's not a moment Regina Hall's on screen that she doesn't
That's
jump
my girl.
out.
That's my sis. That's we've done a few projects together, and I knew if you brought her into this world that she would fit right in. She can curse with anybody.
Yep.
She can. She still gives you heart, but she can be strong, soft. Whatever you need from Regina, you get. And I knew she'd be a great addition to the Shaft franchise.
And you know how I opened that up? That is a true story. You go back and watch Fantastic Four, and you will see my award-worthy 5 frames.
Award-worthy 5 frames.
Maybe 6 frames.
All right, I love it. Fantastic Four. I love that. Man, you in so much stuff. Which is Jeffersons, Fantastic Four.
I was in the Jefferson. I was in Martin. Close enough. I was Wheezy. Not many people know. I was a lighting double anyway. So he talked about his secret weapon, Regina Hall. She is crushing it.
Awesome, man. She is so underrated, and in everything she is, in every movie she does, she crushes it every time. So understated. And she's hosting BET this year.
That's going to be great.
BET Awards. That's going to be fantastic. I'm so happy for Regina Hall. She's finally getting her due.
I sat down with her and then her co-star in this movie, Alexandra Shipp. And if that name doesn't sound familiar immediately, when you're seeing it, you're going to go, oh, the girl that played Aaliyah. She did a fantastic job in that. And this. We talked about Shaft-isms. What I love about this movie is that it addresses the fact that there are certain things that Shaft does that might not fit in today's society.
No.
If Shaft were like packaged like Austin Powers and thought out and just woke up in today's society, what would be one of the first things you would tell him? The do's and don'ts of Shaft-isms.
Twitter and Facebook is not a journal. Other people can see it.
Got it.
I think that that's something that a lot of the older generations who aren't used to social media like that forget. It's not your journal. Do not say whatever you want on social media.
If we can get Shaft to even get on social media.
Right. That's true.
I think Shaft's got a flip phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he wouldn't even get a computer. Like the way he stores his records.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow. Yeah. I think I would teach Shaft things that are no longer politically correct to say.
Right.
I think he would need a new dictionary and vocabulary of terms.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I think that he's going to offend a lot of people.
Regina Hall, amazing there. Like you said, she's coming to BET. And Alexandra, by the way, you might know as Storm for the reboot of X-Men.
Now, you might know her, and 49 other people might know her that saw that movie. But
because nobody else went to go see that movie.
Good but she's beautiful. I love Alexandra.
Yeah, she is amazing in this movie. You know who else is amazing in this movie? You couldn't have it without the 3 generations of Shaft. So Richard Roundtree, like this launched it all back in the 70s.
Blaxploitation film would not be Blaxploitation films without Richard Roundtree.
No kidding. And he kind of jumped in whenever I said, you know, in the original Shaft, and I forgot for a moment what I was saying, but I was talking about Sam Jackson version from like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I quickly got shut down. Take a look. I've interviewed you before. You always dress up. My first time interviewing you, so I didn't know how to come. But with you, it's always hard to keep up fashion.
Well, today I'm easy.
No, it's working.
Yeah.
I told you in the first Shaft, I said, did you take this role strictly to keep wardrobe? Because everything you wore in that movie looked amazing.
Well, it was Armani, yeah, so it was good.
Back up a second. You said in the first Shaft?
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
The first in his generation.
My
The first of his generation.
What I meant.
I'm just going to call you on this.
You weren't born when you made it.
What I meant.
Shots fired all around.
I was his age when I saw you. So you know what that means.
Okay.
What I meant to say was his first Shaft.
All right.
There we go.
Too late.
How is, oh man, I might as well leave. Check.
Almost.
All right. How was your first Shaft?
Incredible. I got a chance to work beside these two legends right here. Couldn't have asked for a better experience.
What could your generation learn and take that would make them better from Shaft?
Oh my gosh.
Either.
From either Shaft? I mean, these gentlemen are some of the boldest, bravest, most self-confident people that I've ever met in my life. If my generation could just feed off of that a little bit more, I think we'll all be better off.
Got it. And what do you think?
Got deep there, brother.
I'm just saying, you know, I spent a lot of time around you guys and I picked up on it.
Let me draw from the film specifically some quotes from Shaft. If you would, all three of you just jump in and fill in these Shaftisms. It's your duty.
Please that booty.
All right. If we take nothing else from the movie, that's a good thing,
I was
right?
championing for that line.
Always, and yeah.
I remember the scene, and you didn't want to do that line. You was like, nah, that's from the other movie. I was like, we have to do that line.
I just had to find the right place for it.
That's true. That's true.
You know, because I remember, well, the only reason, you know, it works so well and it's so funny is because in the first one I did, I kept saying, where's my opportunity to be a sex machine for all the chicks?
Hello.
You know, where's my girl scene? Where's my, and John kept saying, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And one day he came to me and said, today is it, and this is it. And so he gives me this line, and I look at it and I go, you want me to say this? This is corny as hell. And he's like, no, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be great. And sure enough, I said it, and that's like the t-shirt line from, you know, that movie. So, and that's when people yell that as much as they go, you know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France. They go, it's my duty to please that booty. And women say that to me all the time.
3 generations of Shaft going on right there. Here's why I recommend that movie, because when I say Shaft, like half the people in here weren't born in the 70s, don't know of the Shaft. This movie does a really nice job, not only connecting the dots, but you know, helping kind of open that discussion about what's politically correct and not politically correct anymore. Shaft can't say half the stuff Shaft used to say.
And made it incredibly entertaining for anybody who watches it now. Like, incredibly entertaining, incredibly poignant. It's amazing. I loved it.